That's a bit far out. I think that is the right one, is it now? I was about to say.
What is this place? It's beautiful.
I mean, it's okay, I suppose.
There's simply no way that this space belongs to the same person that owns those horrible glass containers.
It's unlikely that Ocaptor would rent out space. It's like, yeah, how about a one-room apartment in my dungeon? Okay. Must be his. Can be, not the person I know. It's this bed, that table, I know of them. She would speak of them while he, it's for lost love, kept in perfect condition. She despises him. This is his monument to her. He spoke of all of this, but his voice was cold. No emotion at all, not even remembered. He spoke of these things even while he cut. He cut. Spells that wove through my brain. Cold, ugly things. You cannot hurt, you know. You're among friends. Still hurts. Sick fingers are still in my head, doing whatever it was he started. See blood and death behind my eyes. You do. Strong, if you could care for anything, he would care for this room. Above the lives of all of us. Makes me sick. Feel so much hate. Burn this place, but it has nothing. Even as it means so much, it is nothing. Do what we must to get out of this place. It's making me sick. Fair enough, I would say.
Don't let me suffer in this place. We've both had enough of that.
Don't worry, Mon. It's just a bit of damage. Mon is like, yeah, that's not just a bit of damage. That is actually quite the amount of damage I suffered. Down to 2 hit points, but you're still fucking alive, aren't ya? Okay, what have we picked? Pomodoro, that's neato. Temperatures of it was much to me. That. Okay. The genie flask. All the things we could ever want, need, or otherwise use. There comes what I was waiting for. The chance that the questioner's room has been violated, the Drones will die! I will disagree with that. I will not die here.
Nature, take the life she gave!
At least with the clay golems we saw standing around and doing shit all. Okay, can I talk more to the Smexy ladies? You have returned, however. Is there something else that you require of us? I was about to ask for a nice little scissoring session, but apparently that's not an option. That is. But you're not screaming my hands. Imagine, you know, imagine going up to a person and go like, hey, they go like, yeah! Be, somewhat offended. To put it mildly. Look, stole a few things, and now we might get back part of our possessions from the Djinni. What might he have of ours? Good question, isn't it? Useful to us. Probably. And then we see what happens next. Da 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 da. Da da da. Nice opening though. Crawling through a dungeon right from the get-go. We establish the fact that you're a little weak and you have no equipment to protect yourself with. Which is actually rather important. Equipment makes quite the difference, so to speak. I mean, you know, for the more magic-based classes, of course, your level is also rather important because it kind of determines what sort of magic you can and cannot use on occasion. But without good equipment to keep you alive, your fighters will not be happy, people. Thanks that you have the flask. Let us make the exchange. Azandri, he's right, Fleshling. You're an honorable person, and I feel that I must warn you. Keep away from the master. I'll torture you for escaping, kill you for freeing his genie slave. Escape from his lair quickly, while you're alive. Well. And what, pray tell, did you give me? Look at that, it's a Sword of Chaos +2. It's Sarevok's Sword of Chaos, by the way. I used the metal they fought and far away Baldur's Gate. Prevailed, destroying Sarevok's plans and rescuing the short coast from the brink of war. Sword of self-device identification, likely forged specifically for Sarevok, to best focus the infernal, mind you, energy he hoped to control. Much of its power died within. Common abilities. Each hit drains 1 hit point from the target and transfer to the wielder, and not here beyond the wielder's maximum amount. What a nice sword, isn't it? Ah, now I feel better. Okay, let's quickly switch. Jahira, you will be our paper carrier for the moment, as we had discussed previously. I could use the scroll of identification, couldn't I? Identify scroll. It's the Mail of the Dead, +2. Not bad. That's just a normal one, isn't it? That's for sale. That's for you. And there's 1 armor class immediately. Not bad. Okay. Not carry that around, it's a bit too weighty. Can keep that though. Those are probably going to be much useful, and that rings a bell. But at least for the moment, my mind is not giving me what I need to know. I do need to keep the icons around. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. Yes, the genius so nicely pointed out this is a plane of air. I've just entered another plane for no fucking other reason than mages. Never trust anything in a mage's home. It could lead you literally to, in a manner of speaking, into some sort of hell, or in some other cases, absolutely into the hills. And then there are 2 portals. Which one shall we engage with first? How about the one that's easier to reach?
Whatever you want.
And see where it might lead us. What horrors he will have for us. We shall find out, shall we not? Yeah, you love the Sword of Chaos though. Such a nice little thing to actually get your hands on. Fitting, mind you. After all, who else would have this particular blade? Not us. I think that this sword is also part of the reason why I do like two-handed swords in general, to be fair.
Yes. If you say so.
Whoosh.
So there is sanity in all this madness.
Hmm.
If you are not in league with the evil that dwells in this unholy place, Yoshimo begs your assistance.
When I'm easily used by servants of the wizard themselves. I have been in prison and worse, and give many reasons to distrust strangers we encounter. Share your sentiments. I have seen much here that has disturbed me. Myself am a warrior with no evil intentions. Please, I would welcome your assistance you might offer. How did you come to be here? It's actually quite embarrassing. My profession does not leave itself open to those who are not wary, yet somehow I was caught unaware. Came to Atlatla years ago for a tour to seek my fortune. At some point, I went to bed in my room at the Copper Corridor. I woke in a strange room with a very sore head. I don't know how long I was here before awakening. Very simply to be an Atkatla. I'm sure. I have been drugged when I was brought here. I may have been unconscious. Either way, I do not know how long. If it was the former, this place could be anywhere. If it was the later, then I don't imagine that I could have traveled far without noticing. You do know the hardships of being set into a maze, like a helpless hamster. Comrades in peril, who ask what your purpose, or what you propose we do next, little man. I don't know a way to escape this place. Perhaps we could search for the exit together. Well, but questions first. What do you need? Okay, I'd actually talk much more to him. Two things that I've discovered about this place that may help us escape. Next shimmer beyond the one in which we stand, 4 portals lie. Each of these portals releases a little echoing fiend, which tries to kill me. The little beasties keep coming in through the portals. Perhaps if the portals are destroyed, one could defeat the beasts that have already come through. Shortly beyond that chamber, there is a hallway that contains several wands mounted in pedestals. I blast all that walk before them. Notice that each wand is locked into a pedestal and could be removed if one had the proper key. Now not where these keys are up, let us begin.
I am ready, I think.
You think? He's like, I'm not too sure about that, but I would like to. Let's see here. What are you shit up to? Set traps. Find traps is pretty high. Open locks is not very high. I don't actually know how it looks for Simone. First, let's get this to 100. Let's get it out of the way. Done. How about your equipment, little one? You have your own little katana, of course. Your short bow. And I will give you a few more arrows, because you're probably gonna have you use your arrows. Sounds like a plan. Not really well equipped though.
Of course.
Now then.
Nature could find a good
Oh, we know where one part is, but wouldn't be
That's what you want.
our usual method if we weren't willing and able to also try the other one. See if we can use that one. But, you know, I'll always be curious, basically. It will, and only, you know, 7 out of 8 times kill you. And the other times it might lead you to some treasures. So. Who knows, who knows, who knows. Doop, 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 doop. I guess we don't need to deal with the jail. Keep her. I think that's the problem with letting that sort of task be handled by a fucking golem. They are not actually smart. Well, literally not. They cannot be.
Yes.
Oosh. So we learned that it all leads to the same place. You might be like, that sounds disappointing. But hey.
Fear is no confidence.
And I hope that that wouldn't happen. Because it means it's really not that good at taking the damage. One means you just need to survive for a little bit. Don't worry about it. Everyone will save today, one way or another. And everybody else just dies around. Everyone stands there like, this is one woman show now.
My boo! What a fabulous job you did in battle! You went for the eyes as fast as any miniature giant space hamster that I've ever seen.
I know, he's just that good at it, isn't he?
Boo says that he was just doing his job.
And a fine job it was. What a brave little hamster. As I said, you schmieded well too. Someone who is in Minsk. Thank you, Boo. You see that, Boo? There goes your nice man. There goes a nice man indeed, isn't he? What a nice, splendid individual. Oh my, oh my. Oh my, oh my indeed. But hey, the more the merrier, I know. That was a good idea to have a few more. Pick up some random bolts though. That's the summoning one. And I think for the rest we will have to use him on. At least some of them were probably blocked. No, no, actually not. Good.
I'm waiting very well.
I'm waiting very well. Ah, lovely. Jada, you will take all of those for me, can I? I'm not smart enough to identify that just by looking at it. Not a bad idea to just leave it behind. Give that. Those keys as well. Then you should probably rest, because we are kind of bleeding all over the fucking floor, actually. Oh well, at least part of our team is.
Khalid? No. This is an illusion, a dream. A bad dream. Where are the mirrors, the switches to pull to show where he's hidden? Khalid! Damn you!
I mean, you, I will have the heart of who's done this. Eat up licking hard from there. I will. No. This is Khalid. What's happened to him? Look, no more words. It's nothing. You not, but I mourn for your loss. Ranger, nobody. I will not hear your words. Leave me. Brave man has fallen here. It is no cause to hurl insults at the living. Here, who shall comfort you? Settle of to nature. What do you and your rod know? What can you know? No words, no more words. Save your speeches, save your proverbs. The only noise I wish to hear is that. No more. No. To harness guide the light to the source. Take this man to what he justly deserves. By nature's will, what was given is returned. What was turmoil is now peace. Khalid of my heart, let my love guide the way. I must hurry before we are noticed. We must get out of this grave. Let's head to the lake above. But yes, Khalid has died. In that particular dungeon, which means that my most beloved little tanky boy from previous Baldur's Gate has quite literally bit the dust. However, that also means that you're here now as a fucking widow. Which, you know, technically would have opened some doors. However, she's not just gonna randomly become a lesbian over that, which is also rather understandable. Maybe we're to get him returned to life, should we not try? Yeah, Khalid is dead. It's been so for some time. Beyond a point, there can be no raising, especially when the body has been desecrated. We live in a time of miracles, so nature allows the rebirth of many that have passed beyond the veil. There is time when it's better to let go. I don't know if she is bisexual. No, we absolutely know that she is not, because literally you cannot actually get her to do that. Even after Khalid is dead and she has done her warning, and technically speaking you can get her to, you know, open up to another man and become her lover. And technically speaking also in the future probably her second husband. But that does not work if you're a female, which quite clearly points out what her interest lies at. So, no, she is quite literally just straight as an arrow, supposedly. And we will not disturb his body first. We will honor his loss for future deeds. Bitch, please, if you're playing the ball spawn, your looks, presentation, strength, and everything else that is some measurement of humankind is so far above that bitches basically get wet just walking across from you, across the street. Literally. If my little lady here, you know, decides to walk through the city, then every man in the environment goes like, holy fucking shit, I want to bang that. There's no way, I'm not her type. That would not work. And since I'm, as a player, deciding if she's my type or not, you know.
Jahira, I want to say how sorry I am about Khalid.
Yeah, not really, you know. If your original question was, maybe she's bisexual, and I'm like, you know, if she were, she would be getting fucking wet every time she looks at me, because my charisma is that fucking high up. That just proves that point. Also, I'm not saying that, you know, I don't know, but also, you know, I'm pretty sure, since the player takes external influence, you can become her type very much so if you know what you're doing. However, it will not work. Because now...
No! You do not know.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
This is not the time for this conversation, child.
I actually agree with her. It is not the time for this conversation. We should actually run away. Stop calling me child. I'm an old player. And besides, I can tell you that Khalid did not suffer. What are you blabbering about? I am not in the mood. I'm not babbling. I saw him do this. Khalid was dead when our capture started, doing those things to him. Saw this? You watched as it was done? He showed me. The cut, it showed me. My eyes open and made me look as he was Stop. I don't want to hear this. Yeah, this is really not the place for this conversation. He said I should see. I should understand. But I don't know what he wanted. Would cut and say, do you see? Cut and say, do you see? Wait, no more. Yeah, I was about to say, this is going to get disturbing, isn't it? Go! Clone versus assassin. Go, go, go! Yuke's gotta be the winner here.
Return whence you came. This
Yeah,
is not
thou hast
your
come once
place.
again to prey upon me, my master. Come around, what you are doing here? How did the assassin die? He was literally punched in the face so hard that his head exploded. You knowest who I am, foul one. Lest thou now mistake me for her. You created me, fool, and killed and created and killed and created. Now I shall put an end to thee. Yes, our dearest beloved of capture has engaged in some rather amusing experiments in his days. Let's just say. Of course, all of these experiments serve a very specific purpose, mind you. And I shall let you, if you haven't played this game in the over 20 years it's been around, and you still don't know why the fuck he's doing all of this shit, well, then I guess I'm gonna let you flounder till you find out, shall we say. It is indeed a copy of another person. Wonder why he made these, and up to pleasure in a company. He's beyond that. He's fascinated with death. Showed me over and over. Yes. But he has a reason for doing what he's doing. That's the worst part. He actually does have a reason for doing what he's doing. However, once more, that is also not a reason that would justify what he's actually doing. It started harmless enough, and then it went from 0 to 100 to 1000, and then kept going. It's just filled with clones of the same woman. A part of her, at least. Some seem to be living, but most lifeless within the fluid. And just broken. Where did the black box go? Which black box? Still tell me which one. There's so many of them. Bep. Bep. It seems to power the others. Yes. Yes. The old one. That is not very descriptive, Terry. You'll have to be a bit more descriptive in your wording. I would have to very politely point out. Now then. Body lies upon the table. It appears that he has been experimented upon. It's hard to tell how long he has been dead. My. My, indeed. Okay, second round. Assassin against Ice Feet. Go. Oh, we helped you already. Gee, Terry, that's a bit of a problem, isn't it? If you don't know what you're talking about, how the fuck am I supposed to know what you're talking about? I'm a lot of things, but not a mind reader. Last time I checked. See? Collect your thoughts and come back once you have, you know, done so. Black box that was there a couple of months ago. And you think I remember some random black box that just apparently last appeared months ago. We perchance have a picture of that box. Die, goblin!
My blade
Die harder!
down to south.
Da, 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 da. I'm full, my inventory is full. That shit. Flip that shit. Get around, let's go straight to Hira. Who is now, I would like to once again remind everybody, is singer. But we cannot do even one single thing about it. Well, that's kind of how it should be, to be fair. No, not everybody's into the whole ring. I forgot that that was a thing. It is indeed quite literally something that exists purely for the purpose of people like strategy who have far too many points. There's a trap there. Not.
Name.
Fine, you want to see how much you get your meter. You want to see 2 meters. You want to see 3 of them. I want to really sit here for 1 minute and 30 seconds and just watch Hometer. I mean, fair enough, you know, I don't blame you for that. You get your first. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. I'm just gonna sit here all set. Actually, not that. I do still look like this one. See, this is what happens if you have people like Strategy around. They're gonna misuse their power. Because not only has he deep pockets monetarily speaking, he also has deep pockets pointsly speaking. I guess I'm gonna use the time to make the pipe ready. That was number 1. Yay, I'm back! Oh, sadness. Yeah. Says he's not abusing his power. Immediately after he abuses his powers. Very believable. But hey, at least gives me time to play around with my pipe. Then it was like, is it finally over? No, it's not. You wanted 3 of them, you get 3 of them. Just as asked. Well, I hope you realize 1.5 minutes is a pretty damn long time, isn't it? Not long enough to prepare my pipe again, but close enough. Okay, now then, we shall after this brief intermission continue on the journey. Only strategy, I tell ya. Only strategy. Yeah, give me a second while I finish up this pipe. And then we'll do that again. We stretch those muscles. The poor little muscle mass that I have left, you mean? I will do so. Done with this here. Yeah. 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 And some water, of course. Well, it's Terry in a nutshell, like we know and love him. After all. Yeah. Okay, I'll back in action. Wait a moment. While we make our way through the dungeon. But hello, any evil creatures around?
Yes, if you say so.
I was about to say, you're probably going to spring all the traps, aren't you? Actually, before we continue, let me do one last thing. I'm going to take this little one here. I'm going to move it over, because then you can actually see the little portrait of my little lady. Enjoy that a bit. We need to provide, after all. Insert the key in the slot near the base. At once released, it is safe to pass this pedestal. Means we can go up here and go like, hey, did you have anything interesting on you? They're like, well, yeah, money and shit. Beam. You might be sitting there like, you know, Dash is a lot of fucking traps, isn't it? Yes. Yes, it fucking is. Have we used all of our keys? How do I still... Oh, that's the bottle key, okay. How do I still have a key after all of that? Was spending each statue is of no god that you recognize. I would imagine so. Okay. Now we can actually walk right along this without getting murdered at every fucking few steps by a fucking trap.
Of course.
This is actually one of these cases where the traps are actually pretty deadly and could potentially do some rather horrible things to you. Where is... oh yeah, I was about to say, where's fucking Mings going off to? Not far. Now we shall explore the next layer of this dungeon, and hopes that we might find the escape after we have lost Khalid. Sad as that is, he will be actually missed. You know, I do like using him as a tank. Actually pretty good at it, apart from the,
My friend.
I knew there had to be reinforcements on here. Couldn't be that powerful by himself, I said. Just put an end to this here now. I'll see the end of and your little guild war before this day is through. Well, what the fuck are you talking about? I just went out of this dungeon. Talk all you wish. It will do you no good. Everyone in this place has either attacked or tried to lie their way into my confidence. Right, stand aside. I'm close to freedom. I'll not wait for anyone. Get out of my way. I don't fight any of you. I just want to leave. You want you to die, no matter your words.
Go for the eyes, Boo! Go for the eyes!
And there comes the main thing about assassins. They have a tendency to just hide in the shadows. I try to go to your backside. However, they can underestimate just how fucking blindly powerful we are. Which means they will suffer. They will suffer for their idiocy. Yes, yes. As they should. Always be careful when proceeding through doors. You never know what you might find on the other side. You might not like.
Could find a home here if it were properly cleansed and balanced.
Yeah, if only nature would do such great and nice things for us. However, doesn't seem like nature cares much now, does it? More dead assassins. Never mentioned dead assassins yet. There are quite a few of them. Yeah, I was about to say, this is the exit, isn't it? We could, of course, now do what would the normal reaction be, you know, after you have been captured and tortured and all of the nonsense. Namely, escaping as quick as you fucking can. But, would be loot. There could be loot around, and I'm not gonna go away without, you know, taking it with me. That's because we do kind of need to start collecting money again. I once again have become poor. Very poor, even. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, it's a nice ring. I can use that for myself for the moment. That was gonna end up being a bit of a choice between different origins of armor class bonuses that you can use. The ring is nice, but it's not my preferred one. I'd rather take armor bonuses from my armor itself. I can at all handle that. Hello, I heard some screaming.
Get me out of this hellhole.
Surely cannot be my captors. Come to torment an old man within his glass prison. You look like none other I've seen here. Remember what the assassin said about all of the creatures that try to somewhat get into his confidence? Yeah, that seems like very, very suspicious, doesn't it? Why, old man, how did you come to be imprisoned here in such a manner? My name is Renan, and I have been held in this glass bottle for some time now. I do not know, but I fear this to be magically experimented on. Please help me. Perhaps I'll put you in the cage for good reason. I will take an old feeble man.
Save me, dear son.
Perhaps you will aid a helpless little boy then, would you, kind lord? I am ever so cold and lonely. Strange, isn't it? It's like what? For none of those reasons. You turn into a boy before my eyes and expect me to trust you. Explain yourself. I'd like to be free ever so much, ma'am. Please help me. Please let me go. You talk like a boy, but a moment ago you spoke like an old man. I would know what you were before I free you. Enough of doppelgangers. Not one of those, whatever that is. You don't know what to say to get you to help me. Been here for so long. Got the fool to release you then, wouldn't I? You'll stay where you are until you convince me otherwise.
Ready and willing.
Luckily for us, this creature does not understand how most people would view such actions. Especially not the same Ballspawn that had to deal with all of the fuckery in Baldur's Gate with all of the fucking doppelgangers. Now then, the question is, of course, there's loot in there. That is good enough motivation, I would say, to open this door.
Dear sir,
Save
me.
You know anything about the prison, such as a way out? Are you sure you don't want to be behind on this? Decided to end your existence just in case. Now we'll kill you all, foolish ones. Because as you can see, it is a doppelganger. And it will die. It's just another doppelganger. I mean, part of me doesn't really care at all if that creature runs around the fucking city and wrecks havoc, mind you, but you know, we just recently learned that it's not good to have a bad reputation going about. Can kinda shoot you in the back. So, you know, we might for once want to avoid unleashing horrible creatures onto an unsuspecting city, let's just say.
Whatever you desire.
Just in case, you know, just jump terms, you know, we have to make sure that we are not immediately getting off on the wrong foot with a whole new environment. We're gonna start looking for fucking mercenary work as soon as we're out here, though, because, of course we are. Of course we are.
Let me have a taste.
Excellent. Seem to be right at fresh blood for once. Where's your master fiend? We seek Laurentius. Give us the upstart and you shall survive. Already am I dead thief. Join me in darkness. Enough, kill this creature and raise the guild. Laurentius, you'll learn what it is to betray these shadow thieves. We are going to go back for a moment. Enjoy this. Yeah, the vampire kinda has the upper advantage. Do I want to let this stand though? I mean, we could try to get involved with that and kill it.
Yep, gotcha.
Yes, I feel like killing it. It seems like it could be worth a lot of XP. Come on. Are you aware there's a trap there? Well, past Immun was aware of that.
Nothing to it.
Now Immun is not aware of that. Okay, let's go down here first, and then we'll try our hand at killing a little vampire. It should, technically speaking, be relatively difficult. That usually requires a lot better equipment than what we have in our hands right now. Hello, little goblins. Your existence will be short and painful, but don't worry about it. That is just normal.
Next time.
Well then, and dealt with you are. All the things we can use and share. A large and Breath Forge is probably used to the creation of magical devices. Like, are you sure about that? But it looks like the prisoners have escaped. Between invading thieves and the loss of play chat. No! You could read this. You were too fast. Your magic's a weak mage. You will die now. I would say we have proven our point rather sufficiently. I think Jethro would like to pick up some of the ammunition here.
Nature's servant, it is done.
Not this corpse, this corpse. This corpse. But this corpse. Bep, bep. It's such a sad state of affairs when you actually have to fucking scavenge for fucking ammunition and shit. How far we have fallen, I would say. How far we have fallen indeed. Dead. Dead. That goes to you, that goes to you. Those two boxes are scaring me. Imon, will you take a look for me? It's a normal maze. Nothing that shouts at me for please pick me up. Okay, now we go back to vampire hunting. Oh boy. Oh yeah, vampires, I remember now. That's gonna be a pain in the ass. A central pain in the ass, mind you. Like, I wouldn't fucking believe.
Let me have a taste. Come.
Pay attention. You will get closer.
Let's see how well this goes. Badly injured.
Gotcha good.
Nope. There's no way we are fucking fast enough. Well, screw us, I suppose. It is what it is. Can't have them all, you know. You can't deal with them all. But at least we managed to pretend to be helpful, I suppose. For the moment, we shall go down here and prepare our escape. Yes, yes. Very important. As for my inventory, can we identify anything more here? Nope, 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 nope. Yeah, I want to set up anything else. So give that to Jahira. You are empty.
I have too much in my pack as it is. You'll have to pick that up off the ground.
I don't think I will have to, but you know, thanks for saying so. Okay, that should help you. And keep your inventory nice and clean. You're just beautiful and full. You still have some space, and I still have some space as well. All is well in the world. All is well in the world indeed.
The tunnel slopes upward into the welcome glare of daylight. Such is your relief that you barely notice the debris at your feet. The remnants of a battle fought only moments before. Surveying the carnage, you hear a scream of rage, and a massive explosion collapses the passage behind you. The sounds of combat greet you as you struggle to your feet. The fight, it seems, is still going strong.
Oh my. Whatever have we found ourselves in here?
You dare to attack me here? Do you even know who you are? You will all suffer.
That's a lot of magic.
So, godchild, you have escaped. You are more resourceful than I had thought.
You're not going to torture us any longer.
Torture? Silly girl, you just don't understand what I'm doing, do you?
I don't care what you're doing. Let us go.
I won't let you leave, not when I'm so close to unlocking your power.
We don't want anything from you.
Enough. I will no longer listen to the babbling of ignorant children.
This is an unsanctioned use of magical energy. All involved will be held. This disturbance is over.
Must I be interrupted at every turn? Enough of this.
This mage's power is immense. We must overcome him quickly.
You won't. You won't.
Enough. I haven't the time for this.
You will cease your spell casting and come with us.
Your pathetic magics are useless. Let this end.
Even if we fall, our numbers are many. You will be overwhelmed.
You bore me, Magely. You may take me in, but you will take the girl as well.
What? No. I've done nothing wrong.
You
Yep.
have been involved in illegal use of magic. You will come with us.
I'm not going with him. I'm not.
You point, I punch.
Yeah, it's gotta be. The murderer of Didier flees from righteous butt-kicking vengeance. He takes him on with him. It must be done. We must find this evil wizard. All his goodness cries out for us. Even little Boo, although he cannot cry out quite so loudly. And not that his silencious would leave of his own volition. We take a moan, and this player he show obviously interested in. Perhaps he expects us to give chase. We must step carefully then. We know little about him, whom he was fighting, who took him, even where we are. We seem to be drawn into machinations not of our own making. Yes, yes. Oh, we must go quickly to our friend. Wizard may be leering over here evilly even now. Not be foolish, Minsk. We must know our enemies. The extent of our danger here, before we rush into anything. But is right, my lad friend. The wizard obviously had great power. I doubt we have seen the last of him. Perhaps we should see if allies can be found here. Oh boy, can they. Well then. Here we are now. Fresh out of the dungeon and once again fresh out of emotions to give. Much as that is going to sadden everybody involved. Yeah, let's quickly collect some more loot. Where the maze need to come from. I can hardly believe that the bleeding mage went crazy he did. I killed one. Cutler wasn't enough. I know where I am. I think I recognize this place. I told you when we meet. I think this is Cutler. Is that right? Is this the city of Coin itself? Aye, it surely is. The fight between the wizard and those men. You saw the whole thing. Aye, the wizard was angrier than a dragon, blasting these men in black. The lean wizard killed them all. Took off the promenade too. He stopped. The promenade. Aye, these here be Walking's promenade. Gentle trade as such in the city. You wouldn't have to know who these men who the wizard was fighting, do you? They were all in black and swarmed with the dragons about an hour ago. I thought there would be trouble. Didn't think they would suffer the most. Once who took the wizard in the moon. Do you know who they are, where they went? The moon. Said a girl. Aye, she was taken. Don't know where to. It was cold once. Come to arrest him for the magics and the like. Cold ones? Who are they? Why would they be arresting anyone for magic? Yeah, new here, aren't ya? Magic be forbidden in that Cutler. The cold wizard, methinks, keep control of all the other mages. Unless, of course, you have the permission of the cold wizards to use your magic. I don't know how on you're about getting such a thing, though. We'll have to find my way around. Excuse me. I'll take care of yourself, then. Good business to you.
This place, these buildings. Yes, that person was assuredly correct. This is Athkatla.
We are indeed in a state of harm now. No reason to doubt you. Are we far from the Sword Coast? No. Cutler is along the lower edge of the Sword Coast. One of whom we angered that we should be brought here. Should lay low, perhaps in the slums. We do need a safe place to plan what to do next. I suggest the slums. There will be low-profile work, especially at the Copper Coronet. Someone might have feared of our capture, or now where Moan is. In Khalid. Unless let him hear my vow, I must shall empty the city of all within to find his killer. So do I swear. Fine sentiment. I will aid as best as I can. I won't do this, and I shall see that it is done properly. If it assist, more the better. If not, be prepared to stand aside. Yeah, she's kinda angry. That's how we arrive on the promenade. It's such a nice moment to come out and in a bit you will realize just how bloody fucking big this fucking city actually is. Quite the experience, so to speak. Yeah, I think we picked up some things, and there's gonna be there's gonna be lots of stuff for us to do, let's just say. Oh boy, oh boy. However, indeed, for the moment we shall come down here. So I think it is high time that I get myself something to eat and take a nice little break. After we leveled up Minsk again. Two-handed shots doesn't go well with your fucking two-weapon style, you bitch. I guess we're gonna make this better. We're already very, very well down this way, so there's really no stopping that noise there. But oh well, yeah, this is, or was rather, the introduction to Baldur's Gate 2, a game that we will spend most definitively quite a bit of time in, because it is quite the long and extensive game. The first step for the next time, we are of course going to explore a bit more of the city of Atkatla and find out, well, just about anything. Also, of course, you know, where we can find some nice equipments and all of the other nonsense. Including, but not limited to, getting some comrades. And I think there's one in particular that we shall go pick up pretty much immediately, because that's always the first I pick up. And I'm not going to change that for any reason. That's finished. I'm looking forward to Baldur's Gate 2, I must admit. Just as I was looking forward to Baldur's Gate 1 at some point, and let's hope that this time we might be spared the 2-year-long break we took until we finally finished Baldur's Gate 1. What a bit of an excessive break, I might say. But yeah. But that said, we need to create a save game. But do you have any now? You go like this. You should continue, of course. You know, as I said, the offer still stands if you wanna directly intervene with the difficulty setting and make this either easier or harder. You can provisionally do so if you do so desire. There are the stretch goals you can reach to make this more or less painful. Even to the point of having to go all the way, mind you, to having to start this again on the most annoying of settings imaginable. Something I do once actually don't hope will happen. One can hope and dream. But alas. And for today, well, I'm gonna eat something that is gonna take precedence, and after that, depending a bit on how things go, I might come back and do just a little bit of the exploration part of this nice big city. But that is not guaranteed, I would say. I would put that down as a bit of a maybe, but I'm pretty sure we will at least spend quite a few hours tomorrow doing it, because this city is big. It's gonna take a while to get through and get to talk with all of the people who have names and potentially of interest. Also because it wasn't that long ago that I played through Baldur's Gate 1 at one point. It has been a bit longer since I played through Baldur's Gate 2, so I'm not remembering too much too clearly, which is actually rather refreshing, mind you. I do roughly remember some things, mind you, things that I personally found to be important, but yeah, as I said, not everything, not everything indeed. So we shall see how that pans out. I'm probably gonna end up in a lot of situations where it's like, okay, yeah, shit, that is what that does, and hating myself for that, but we'll see, we'll see. For the moment though, I shall most profoundly bid you adieu.